The air is thick with anticipation. A chill crawls down your spine. You think you're ready for what's coming? Get ready to be terrified as we count down the top 10 horror movies of all time. We're diving deep into the darkest corners of cinema, where shadows dance and screams echo through the ages. These aren't just movies, they're experiences. From spine-chilling classics to modern-day nightmares, these films are sure to haunt your dreams. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself for a terrifying journey into the heart of fear. We begin our descent into darkness with a film that redefined terror, a film that crawled under the skin of an entire generation and whispered nightmares into their souls. The Exorcist. Picture this: a young girl, innocent and pure, suddenly gripped by a demonic force beyond comprehension. Her body contorted, her voice transformed into a guttural rasp. This isn't just a movie. It's a violation, a glimpse into the abyss that lies just beyond our grasp. The power of The Exorcist lies not in gore or jump scares, but in its insidious dread, the slow, agonizing realization that something is deeply, terribly wrong. The flickering lights, the freezing temperatures, the crucifix clutched in a trembling hand. We see ourselves in the terrified faces of those who bear witness to Reagan's possession. We feel their helplessness, their desperate prayers for salvation. The Exorcist is a film that stays with you long after the credits roll. It's a reminder that evil can wear many faces, even the innocent face of a child. And tell me, haven't you ever looked into a mirror and wondered, if only for a fleeting moment, what darkness might lurk beneath your own reflection? He's the embodiment of pure evil, a relentless force of nature with a white, emotionless mask. He is Michael Myers, and this is where it all began: Halloween. John Carpenter's masterpiece isn't just a slasher film. It's a masterclass in suspense. The way the camera stalks its victims, the iconic piano theme that sends chills down your spine, the sense that danger could be lurking around any corner. We watch in horrified fascination as Michael Myers escapes from a mental institution, returning to his hometown of Haddonfield on Halloween night. But this isn't just a random act of violence, it's a deeply personal vendetta, a cycle of bloodshed that began with the murder of his sister. Jamie Lee Curtis, in her breakout role as Laurie Strode, becomes the ultimate final girl, the resourceful and resilient survivor who must confront the boogeyman head-on. Halloween taps into our primal fears, the fear of the unknown, the fear of the dark, the fear of the things that go bump in the night. It's a stark reminder that evil can hide in plain sight, behind the mask of normalcy. And as the sun sets on Haddonfield and the leaves begin to turn, we're left with a chilling question. Is anyone truly safe from the shadows? The Overlook Hotel, isolated, majestic, and utterly terrifying. It's here, in this snowbound prison of the mind, that Stanley Kubrick's The Shining unfolds, a chilling exploration of isolation, madness, and the darkness that lies within us all. Jack Torrance, a struggling writer seeking inspiration, becomes the winter caretaker of the Overlook, hoping to find peace and solitude. But the hotel has other plans, its malevolent presence slowly seeping into Jack's sanity, twisting his thoughts and awakening his darkest impulses. The film is a slow burn, a masterclass in psychological horror that burrows under your skin and festers in your mind. The empty hallways, the eerie twins, the river of blood spilling from the elevator doors. These images are seared into our collective consciousness. Jack Nicholson's performance is nothing short of iconic. His descent from charming father to axe-wielding madman, both terrifying and tragically human. We see the glimmer of his former self struggling to break free, only to be consumed by the overwhelming darkness of the Overlook. The Shining is a film that defies easy explanation. It's a puzzle box of symbolism and unsettling imagery that continues to fascinate and terrify audiences decades later. It's a stark reminder that sometimes, the most terrifying monsters are the ones we create ourselves. Chapter 4, Psycho, A Mother's Deadly Love, a shower, a scream, a shadow. These iconic images from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho forever changed the landscape of horror cinema. It's a film that shocked audiences upon its release, pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable on screen. Norman Bates, the seemingly timid motel owner with a strange attachment to his mother, has become a cultural icon, his name synonymous with the darkest recesses of the human psyche. Anthony Perkins' performance is both chilling and sympathetic, a testament to the film's complex exploration of madness and duality. Psycho is a masterclass in suspense, Hitchcock's masterful direction keeping the audience on the edge of their seats from the opening scene to the unforgettable climax. The infamous shower scene with its rapid-fire cuts and Bernard Herrmann's screeching score remains a landmark moment in cinematic history. But beyond the shocks and scares, Psycho is a film about the dangers of repression, the dark secrets that lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary lives. Norman Bates is a product of his upbringing, his twisted psyche a reflection of his domineering mother's influence. Psycho is a film that lingers in the mind, its haunting imagery and psychological complexity continuing to fascinate and disturb audiences to this day. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most terrifying monsters wear the most human faces. Chapter 5. A Nightmare on Elm Street, Sweet Dreams. He haunts your dreams, a disfigured boogeyman with a razor-sharp glove and a taste for teenage souls. He is Freddy Krueger, and this is his domain, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Wes Craven's masterpiece isn't just a slasher film, it's a surreal and terrifying exploration of the power of dreams and the darkness that lies within our subconscious. Freddy Krueger is a manifestation of our deepest fears, a boogeyman who can only be defeated if we confront him head-on. The film's visual style is both nightmarish and iconic, with its melting walls, blood geysers, and Freddy's twisted, dreamlike world. We're drawn into the terror alongside Nancy Thompson and her friends, their desperate struggle for survival blurring the lines between reality and nightmare. Robert Englund's performance as Freddy is both terrifying and darkly humorous, his one-liners and sadistic glee adding a layer of unnerving charm to the character. Freddy isn't just a monster, he's an entertainer, a showman who revels in the fear he inspires. A Nightmare on Elm Street tapped into our primal fear of the unknown, the terror of losing control of our own minds. It's a stark reminder that sometimes, the most terrifying monsters are the ones we can't escape, even in our sleep. Chapter 6. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Welcome to hell, family style, buckle up, because we're heading deep into the heart of Texas, where the sun beats down on a desolate landscape and a family of cannibalistic killers awaits. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a relentless assault on the senses that redefine brutality and horror. Tobe Hooper's low-budget masterpiece isn't for the faint of heart. It's a raw, visceral experience that throws you headfirst into a nightmare of blood and bone. The grainy film stock, the claustrophobic camera work, the relentless, ear-splitting soundtrack, it all contributes to a sense of overwhelming dread and unease. We follow a group of friends as their road trip takes a horrific turn, leading them to the doorstep of Leatherface and his family of deranged killers. Leatherface, with his grotesque mask made of human skin and his trusty chainsaw, is a force of nature, a terrifying embodiment of primal rage. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre isn't about jump scares or supernatural thrills. It's about the horrors that humans can inflict upon each other. It's a film that gets under your skin and stays there, leaving you questioning the very nature of humanity. So if you're looking for a film that will challenge your perceptions and leave you breathless, then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the terrifying journey for you. Just remember, you've been warned. In the vast unforgiving vacuum of space, no one can hear you scream. And trust me, you'll be screaming. Ridley Scott's Alien isn't just a sci-fi masterpiece, it's a terrifying exploration of our primal fear of the unknown, a claustrophobic nightmare that unfolds in the cold metallic corridors of a doomed spaceship. We join the crew of the Nostromo as they answer a distress signal from a desolate planet. Little do they know, they're about to encounter a life form unlike anything they've ever seen before, a creature of pure instinct driven by an insatiable hunger. The xenomorph, with its sleek, biomechanical design and its acidic blood, is one of the most iconic movie monsters of all time. It's a creature that embodies our deepest fears of invasion, a reminder that we are not alone in the universe and some things are best left undisturbed. Alien is a masterclass in suspense and terror. The film's slow burn pacing, its claustrophobic setting, and its relentless sense of dread all contribute to an unforgettable cinematic experience. We feel the crew's fear and desperation as they're picked off one by one, their technology useless against the creature's raw, primal power. Alien is a film that stays with you long after the credits roll. It's a chilling reminder that in the vastness of space, we are but ants, and there are forces out there far beyond our comprehension. The ocean, vast, unknowable, and hiding a terrifying secret beneath its surface. Steven Spielberg's Jaws isn't just a film, it's a primal experience, a masterclass in suspense that taps into our deepest fears of the deep. Remember those summer days spent by the water, the sun on your skin, the smell of salt air? Jaws takes that idyllic image and twists it, transforming the familiar into a source of terror. We're drawn into the story of Amity Island, a small community terrorized by a great white shark with an insatiable appetite. Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss, and Robert Shaw deliver iconic performances as the unlikely trio who set out to hunt the beast. Each man represents a different aspect of our relationship with the ocean: the cautious respect of the local sheriff, the scientific fascination of the marine biologist, and the grizzled determination of the seasoned shark hunter. Jaws is a film that lives and breathes on its suspense. Spielberg's masterful use of POV shots, underwater camera work, and John Williams' iconic score all work together to create a sense of unbearable tension. We're on the edge of our seats, waiting for the next attack, knowing that something terrifying lurks beneath the surface. Jaws is a film that has lost none of its power to terrify. It's a reminder that nature is a force to be reckoned with, and even in the most familiar of settings, danger can lurk just beneath the surface. The creaking of floorboards in the dead of night, the feeling of unseen eyes watching your every move, the chilling realization that you're not alone. The Conjuring, based on the true case files of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, isn't just a horror film, it's an experience, a descent into the darkest corners of the human psyche and the supernatural realm. We're introduced to the Perron family, who move into a secluded farmhouse, only to find themselves terrorized by a malevolent entity. As the hauntings escalate, they turn to the Warrens, whose reputation for confronting the unknown precedes them. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga deliver chillingly authentic performances as Ed and Lorraine Warren, their love for each other a beacon of light in the face of overwhelming darkness. They are our guides through this terrifying world, their compassion and unwavering faith grounding the film's supernatural horrors in a relatable human story. James Wan's masterful direction creates an atmosphere of suffocating dread, using practical effects and jump scares sparingly but effectively. The film's power lies in its ability to tap into our primal fears of the unknown, the things that go bump in the night, the shadows that dance at the edge of our vision. The Conjuring is a film that will stay with you long after the credits roll. It's a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying stories are the ones rooted in reality, the ones that whisper to us from the darkness, reminding us that we are not alone. Some secrets are better left buried. Some families are bound by a darkness that stretches back generations. This is Hereditary, a modern horror masterpiece that will crawl under your skin and stay there long after the credits roll. Ari Aster's directorial debut isn't your typical horror film. It's a slow-burn descent into madness and grief, a chilling exploration of family secrets, mental illness, and the terrifying power of inherited trauma. Toni Collette delivers a tour-de-force performance as Annie Graham, a mother struggling to hold her family together after a devastating loss. As the lines between sanity and madness blur, we're drawn into the Grahams' world, a world where the past is never truly gone and darkness lurks just beneath the surface. Hereditary is a film that gets under your skin and stays there. It's a film that will make you question your own sanity, your own family history, and the things that we inherit from those who came before us. It's a film that will haunt your dreams, reminding you that sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we carry within us. This isn't just a horror film, it's an experience, a descent into the darkest corners of the human psyche. And once you've taken that journey, you'll never be the same again. So there you have it, our terrifying tour through the top 10 horror movies of all time. These films have chilled us to the bone, kept us up at night, and left an indelible mark on the genre. Did your favorite horror movie make the list? Let us know in the comments below. What scenes still send shivers down your spine? We want to hear your thoughts, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-tingling content. Until next time, sleep tight and try not to let the bedbugs bite, or anything else that might be lurking in the shadows.